Houston, in Portland, in New Orleans. Last night we had 15,000 people out in Seattle. Portland, you have done it better than anyone else. That Simone and others have made. And let me make it very clear, simple, and straightforward. There is no president who will fight harder to end institutional racism in this country. And to reform our broken criminal justice system. Today in America, we have the unfortunate distinction of having more people in jail than any other country on earth. I want to see this country not have more people in jail, but have jobs and education rather than incarceration. This country today faces more crises than at any time since the Great Depression of the 1930s. And what we are going to do, and what we understand, is that when problems are caused by dumb public policy, good public policy will resolve it. And today we're coming together to develop good public policy. That this great nation belongs to all of us, not just a handful of billionaires. But few people understand that or feel that because almost all of the wealth is controlled by a handful of people, and together we are going to change that. Country on earth, and the gap between the very rich and everyone else is worse today than at any time since 1928. In my view, the issue of wealth and income inequality is the great moral issue of our time. Morality into politics today. There is something profoundly wrong when the top 1/10 of 1% owns almost as much wealth bottom 90%. There is something profoundly wrong when over 50% of new income generated today goes to the top 1%. There is something profoundly wrong when in recent years we have seen a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires, yet the average American is working longer hours for lower wages, and we have, shamefully, the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth. That has got to change. That will change. This campaign is sending a message to the billionaire class. Yes, we have the guts to take you on. When children in America go hungry. We are not going to continue shutting down factories in America, sending out jobs abroad when millions of Americans are in desperate need of good paying jobs. The middle class, once the envy of the entire world, has been disappearing for the last 40 years. Despite exploding technology and increased worker productivity, median family income today is almost $5,000 less than in 1999. To see people not just working one job, working two jobs, working three jobs, trying to cobble together some income and some health care. That is not what the American economy should be. Last statistic said that official unemployment was 5.3%. But what they forgot to tell you is that statistic did not include those people who have given up looking for work, those people who are working part-time, and altogether real unemployment Let me tell you something that almost nobody talks about, and that is we have a huge and tragic situation regarding youth unemployment in America. To do a study to find out what real youth unemployment and underemployment was in America. And this is what they came up with. For kids who are high school graduates between 17 and 20, if you're white, real unemployment, 33%. If you are Hispanic, real unemployment, 36%. Unemployment for those kids, 51%. We cannot turn our backs on an entire generation of young people. That we have more people in jail than any other country, you would be sorely mistaken. My view is that instead of investing in jails and incarceration, what about jobs and education? Than any other country. I want our country to have the distinction of having the best educated population on earth. When we talk about the economy, let us be very clear. Millions of our fellow Americans are working at wages that are much too low. People should not, in this country, have to work 50 or 60 hours a week in order to survive. The federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour is a starvation wage, and it's got to be raised. Los Angeles and others who have raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And that is exactly what we will do at the federal level, $15. Not be living in poverty. And when we talk about decent and fair wages, there is another injustice that we must address. And men, talking to the guys now, stand with the women and demand pay equity. is that women in this country should not be able to control their own bodies and our... contraceptives they need are disapproved.
No!
What they also need, when they talk about their family values, is that our gay brothers and sisters should not be able to marry or enjoy all of the benefits of citizenship. What they mean is that women in this country should not be able to control their own bodies and our... What they mean is that women are not smart enough to be able to purchase the contraceptives they need are disapproved.
No! No!
What they also need, when they talk about their family values, is that our gay brothers and sisters should not be able to marry or enjoy all of the benefits of citizenship. The Republican view. In my view, when we talk about family values, we must end the international embarrassment of the United States of America being the only major country on earth that does not guarantee workers paid medical and family leave. Today, here in Oregon or Vermont, a woman is having a baby. That is an enormous day for that woman, for the dad, pretty big day for the baby as well. But here's the story, and I want you to think about this, because this really gets to the heart of what family values are about. If that woman and that family have sufficient income, she will be able to stay home for weeks and months to love that new baby, to bond with that baby, and that is maybe the most important thing that a human being can do. That woman will be forced to separate herself from her newborn baby and go back to work in 5 days, 8 days, 2 weeks. That is not a family value.
No!
And that is why I will fight more than 40 hours. And yet, there are new jobs being offered every day that have zero paid vacation. We need every worker in America to have 2 weeks paid vacation. People are worried about the fragility of the economy. If they're 55, they're worried they'll be fired tomorrow, replaced by somebody half their wage, half their age, and half their wage. If they are young, high school graduate, college graduate, very difficult to find the kinds of work that pay them the wages they need. In my view, we need a major federal jobs program. A program which rebuilds our crumbling roads and bridges and water systems. $1 trillion over 5 years, creating up to 13 million decent paying jobs. And when we talk about jobs, it's not only the need to create jobs, it's the need not to lose jobs. We are looking at a senator and a former congressman who voted against NAFTA, permanent mobilization. And I will help lead the effort against the disastrous Trans-Pacific Partnership. That the time is now to invest in the United States of America and not brothers and sisters, when we talk about greed, when we talk about arrogance, when we talk about thievery, these are just some of the words to describe what goes on in Wall Street. Progressive, conservative, moderate, no matter what you are, I want you to be able to run for office without begging millionaires for campaign. That is why we must move to public funding of elections. I was at an event with Martin Luther King III and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, one of the important civil rights groups. What we talked about were 2 things. Number one, we celebrated the victory 50 years ago of the Voting Rights Act. Your skin will have the right to vote. many of you know, 2 years ago, the Supreme Court gutted a very important provision of the Voting Rights Act, and immediately afterward, states all over the country began to make it harder for people to vote, move toward voter suppression. My view, voter fraud is a very serious crime that people who commit it should be punished. But the good news is there is almost no voter fraud anymore. But what these Republican governors and legislatures did is come up with all kinds of road barriers to make it harder for people of color, poor people, old people to vote. Suddenly you have to have all kinds of voter identification. Voting lists were purged if you didn't vote in the last few elections, and their goal was very clear. Their goal was to make it harder for people who would vote against them to participate in the political process. That was their goal. I am a politician, and I've run in a lot of elections. I've won many, I've lost some. But it has never occurred to me that the way to win an election is to deny people who disagree with me the right to vote. And let me be as clear as I can be. Those people who don't have the guts to run on their ideas, who think the only way they win an election is by denying people who disagree with them the right to vote, are cowards. If you run for office, have the guts to stand behind your ideas. Don't be afraid of people coming out and voting against it. To end all of this voter suppression, will pass universal voting rights so that everybody, when they are 18, will be able to vote. Brothers and sisters, all of you are aware that we live in a highly competitive global economy. And if this country is going to survive economically, we need the best educated workforce in the world. Today, what is going on with regards to higher education is a national disgrace. We have in America today hundreds of thousands of bright young people, people who have studied hard, people who are qualified to go to college. But they cannot go to college for one reason. Their family lacks the money. And that is wrong. It is not only unfair to those young people who want the opportunity to become doctors and engineers and teachers, but it is dumb if we're concerned about the future of our economy. That is why I have introduced legislation which does two things. First, it says that every public college and university in America will be tuition free. makes life easier for people who are thinking of going to college. But I'll tell you what else it does in a very profound way. There are kids today in Portland, there are kids in Burlington, Vermont, who in the 3rd or 4th grade, they know that they're never going to make it to the middle class. Their parents have never gone to college. They don't know anybody who's gone to college. And they're sitting around saying, why should I study hard? What difference does it make? Who cares if I drop out of school or not? When we tell every kid in America that if you study hard, you take school seriously, you will be able to go to college, that will revolutionize education. To transform our energy situation and our energy system before the situation becomes much worse.